Bear's Adventure by Wildsmith, Oxford University Press. One Saturday morning, a multicoloured balloon carrying two men drifted slowly towards the mountains. "I'm hungry," said one man to the other. "Let's go down and have something to eat." When they had landed, the two men walked off to look for somewhere nice to have a picnic. When they were gone, a brown bear came up to the balloon. "I've never seen a den like this before," he thought. It would make a very cosy bed, and he climbed into the basket. Bear found it so comfortable that he soon fell into a deep sleep. A few minutes later, he was amazed to find that he was high in the sky, floating over a city. Bear thought the tall buildings were trees, but he couldn't understand why they had no leaves on. Just at that moment, a bird, not looking where he was going, collided with the balloon. His beak pierced it, and the balloon lost air. Slowly, it floated to the ground. It landed in front of a fancy dress parade that was just about to start. "How exciting," said a man in the crowd. "What an original way to start the show. Dropping from the sky in a balloon, and what a magnificent costume. It looks so natural." Bear was alarmed by all the noise and excitement, and he set off down the street. The crowd all marched behind him, blaring their trumpets. Bear hadn't got very far before a young man rushed up to him. "What a marvellous entrance," said the man, "and what a great costume." "I'm a TV news reporter," he went on. "I'd like to interview you. Come along to the studio with me," and he pushed Bear into a taxi. When they arrived, the interviewer lit his pipe and offered Bear a seat. "Now what's your name?" he said. "Grrr," replied Bear. "Well, Mr. Grrr," said the man, "where did you get your costume from?" Bear moved his head from side to side to look at the flashing lights around him. The interviewer thought he was shaking his head. "Ah, I suppose you want to keep that a secret," he said, relighting his pipe. Suddenly, Bear took the pipe from the man's mouth and put it into his own. Everyone started to laugh. This startled Bear, and he ran off towards the exit. Outside, a motorcyclist drove up to him. "That was a very funny act," he said to Bear. "I was watching you on my miniature television set. If there's anywhere you would like to go, just tell me and I'll take you," and he revved up his engine. "Grrr, grrr, grum," replied Bear amid the noises. The motorcyclist thought he said the sports stadium, and off he roared with Bear clinging on. Inside the stadium, a race was just about to start. Bang went the starter's pistol, and away went the runners. Frightened by the noise, Bear leapt off the motorbike and chased after the runners. He moved so quickly that he soon overtook them. He ran faster and faster and crossed the finishing line. All the crowd cheered and applauded him. "Isn't he the man who came down in a balloon to start the parade?" asked one of the judges. "Yes," said the mayor, "and he's not just funny, he can run faster than all our best athletes." Alarmed by the roars of the crowd, Bear ran towards the exit before the mayor could present him with the winner's medal. Once outside, Bear was attracted by a strange-looking bird with 5 wings. "Hop aboard!" shouted a man inside the bird. "I'm going to a pop concert!" And they reared into the sky. What a strange and noisy bird, thought Bear. At the concert, it was very noisy, and no one heard the helicopter land. Bear was delighted with the music, so he climbed onto the stage and began to dance. The audience all clapped Bear, and when the music stopped, they all rushed towards him. "That's the man who was so funny on TV," said one. "Yes," said another, "and he won the race too, and he's a great dancer." Bear was terrified by all this and fled. Nearby was a stationary fire engine. Bear thought it was a hill. "We know how you feel," called a fireman. "This crowd is very excited, but we'll get you out of their way. Climb onto the ladder and we'll hoist you into the air." The ladder rose into the sky, and Bear climbed to the top. Just then, a balloon carrying 2 men came floating past. "Isn't he the man that was on television earlier today?" said one man to the other. "He seems to be having some trouble with his fans. I think we should help him." Guiding the balloon towards the top of the ladder, the 2 men helped Bear climb into the basket. Exhausted by the day's events, Bear immediately fell asleep. On travelled the balloon until it was near to the mountains. "I think it's time we had something to eat," said one of the balloonists. "Let's go down." When they landed, the men tied their balloon to a large rock. Then they walked away towards a nearby river for lunch. When they were gone, Bear woke up. "How strange," he thought, and dazed and bewildered, he waddled away. And that's the end of that story.